More than 30 years has passed since the adoption of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, but ensuring the rights of the child remains a knotty problem to be solved. In the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, in the hottest spot of the world, however, children's merry laughter and reading are ringing out aloud, convincing the people of its rosy future. The Workers' Party of Korea and the government of the DPRK established the most advanced system for the rights of the child and are developing it for the children, the future of the country. Since the founding of the DPRK, the issue for the children has always been regarded as the top priority of the party and state activities. Two agenda items were brought up for discussion at the first session of the Provisional People's Committee of North Korea, the first power organ established in Korea after liberation from the colonial rule of the Japanese imperialists on August 15, 1945. One of them was the issue of pencil. Ensuring the children's right to learning was at the top of the historic task of nation building. The work never suspended during the Fatherland Liberation War against the invasion of the imperialist Allied forces in the 1950s. Munitions transport vehicles carried textbooks to schools, and a decision of the cabinet on establishing schools for bereaved children was adopted at the time when everything was dedicated to victory in the war. The children's reading and laughter resounded far and wide in the sky of the country, promising a victory in the war. Those who grew up in the flames of the war took part in the building of a socialist industrial state and ushered in a heyday of the socialist construction. The system of ensuring the rights of the child has developed day by day on the basis of the socialist constitution of the DPRK, the main law of the state, and the law on the nursing and upbringing of children. All the children are provided by the state and society with the rights to life, growth, development, and education for 17 years until they become adults. In the last 4 years, the DPRK had to suffer unprecedentedly severe trials owing to the worldwide health crisis, suffocation movers of the hostile forces who got more vicious, taking mean advantage of it, and repeated natural disasters. However, the care of the party and the state for ensuring the children's rights increased even in the worst conditions. A crucial policy of the Workers' Party of Korea for the children was decided in June 2021. At the plenary meeting, the respected Comrade Kim Jong-un, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, said the nursery and kindergarten days are the most important period in the growth of the children, proposed adopting it as a party policy to supply the children across the country with nourishing foods including dairy products at the state expense, and presented concrete tasks and ways to implement it. The meeting deliberated on his proposal and adopted a relevant decision with unanimous approval. As a result, the law of the DPRK on child care was adopted, representing the child care policy of the Workers' Party of Korea. It was not merely an adoption of a legal document. It was a legal declaration of our state that it will shoulder any heavy burdens and undergo any hardships for the rising generations. In fact, supplying the children across the country with dairy products and other nourishing foods gratis demanded huge investment and sacrifice. But there was not an inch of deviation in the noble outlook on the rising generations and transparent political creed of the Workers' Party of Korea and the state that the loss suffered by the state for the children is not a loss, and that the larger sum of fund is appropriated for them, the brighter the future of the country becomes. Now the nursery and kindergarten children are supplied with dairy products every day. They grew up healthily even in the severe trials.
스승님이 우리 아이 먹색 젖제품을 가지고 집에 찾아왔는데 그땐 정말 생각이 많았습니다.
이를 먹을 때부터 앓지도 않고 몸이 막 튼튼해지고 얼굴이 맑아지는 게 막 알립니다.
아이를 낳은 어머니의 젖도 기껏해서 2년밖에 먹일 수 없습니다. 그런데 온 나라 아이들에게 젖제품을 무상으로 배려해주는 고마운 당에 감사의 인사를 드리고 싶습니다.
All the parents in this country could not sleep with excitement at the news that Kim Jong-un tasted the dairy products and taught the ways to improve their quality. At that time, another news of the 4th plenary meeting of the 8th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea impressed the people of the whole country. At the plenary meeting, Kim Jong-un stressed that providing the children and students with school uniforms is not the work to be done only under good conditions, but a policy of the Workers' Party of Korea and an eternal state policy of the DPRK, which should be carried out unconditionally on a top priority basis. New school uniforms were supplied to all the newcomers across the country in the new school year 2022.
해마다 개학때가 오면 부모로서 아이에게 따로 뭘 해줘야겠는지 많이 생각해보곤 합니다. 그런데 철따라 몸에 꼭 맞는 거운 교복에 양말, 신발, 그리고 이 소나무 책가방엔 새 교과서들과 민들레 학습장, 그리고 학용품들이 갖가지로 가득 찼지. 정말 부모로서 아이에게 따로 해줄 것이 하나도 없었습니다.
지금 우리가 힘을 놓고 자금을 투자해야 할 부문과 단위가 정말 많습니다. 이 모든 중대사들보다 우리 아이들을 위한 젖제품 공급, 교복 생산이 최우선 절대시 되고 있는 이 사실이 우리 모든 일꾼들에게 새겨주고 있습니다. 자라나는 새 세대들을 위해서라면 그 어떤 막대한 부담도 고생도 기꺼이 짊어질 것이라는 우리 당의 숭고한 혁명관과 우리 국가의 위대한 법적 선언임을 매일 매시각 자각하면서 일하고 있습니다.
This is the Banryonggi branch of the Jungryong Senior Middle School in the mountainous Samsu County of Yangang Province.
비행사가 되겠습니다. 의사가 되겠습니다.
우리 군에는 이 분교와 같은 분교가 23개나 있습니다. 그 가운데는 3명의 학생을 위해서 2명의 교원이 있는 분교도 있습니다. 이렇게 두매산골의 학생 한 명 한 명을 위해서 수많은 분교를 세워주시고 평양의 학생들과 똑같이 철따라 새 교복과 책가방, 교과서, 학습상을 국가적으로 배려해 주시고
In order to supply the students with new school uniforms that fit them, a manual of body measurement was issued for the first time in the field of garment industry, and it was sent to this mountainous county as well.
경의하는 김정은 동지께서는 2023년 3월 교복 생산과 관련한 귀중한 가르치심을 주시면서 전국의 학생들에게 꼭 맞는 옷과 신발을 마련해 주기 위한 전국적인 인체 추종을 진행할 데 대한 가업을 주셨습니다. 그래서 피복 전문가들과 교육 일꾼들을 비롯한 해당 성원들을 전국에 파견해 주셨는데 저도 지금 여기 양강도 삼수군에서 6,000명을 대상으로 인체 추종을 진행하고 있습니다.
Kim Jong-un regards it as a party's blessing to have millions of children and considers the raising of the children to be his great happiness, not a trouble, however difficult it may be. Thanks to his ardent love, our system of ensuring the rights of the child is so excellent, and it remains unchanged in any adversity. The Korean children follow the respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, calling him father. They call the Workers' Party of Korea and the country mother and pledge loyalty to them.